A bit cracked up to start with, but nothing of worry really. It's a good batting wicket.
And he can't bowl short of Tendulkar. He'll just sway back and whack you through the onside. He didn't even time it properly, and it didn't matter. And the crackers are going off already.
14 for no wicket.
And again, chance to run at the bowl. Batsman's end. Bevan throws and misses. Michael Bevan's got about one throw per day in him with his shoulder, and he may well have used it up. And like that, and just like that. So Ganguly has just stood there, and Mark Walsh just said it like that. Thank you very much. Just like picking a ripe peach off the tree.
4 catches on the last day of the test match, the third test, Marquardt, and he picks up the 5th one. Poor batting by Ganguly. Fleming will get some confidence going. I don't think he was bowling particularly too well to Ganguly, but this is what he needed, a break. Ganguly gone for 6, 16 for 1, the Indian score.
And look at that! Have a look at that! That is the ball that some batsmen would have gone forward to, and Tendulkar has hit it into the stadium, full house, and that ball has gone a long way with no real effort.
Sourav Ganguly gone, picked up by Fleming, playing through the line, scooping the ball in the end to Marquardt. And then VVS Lakshman came in and nearly got himself out, playing a short arm pull. And it was a good thing he just cleared mid-on, but really, that last shot.
And through the offside field, that'll go to the fence as well. This is a pitch with true bounce and not a lot of sideways movement, and Tendulkar is on fire.
What a shot this is. That's what the crowd has come in for, short of length delivery. I think it was slightly premeditated, anything in that length, and I'm going to get that full shot going, and then on the up, bit of width on that occasion to get his arm free. Once he gets that ball around the middle of the bat, it's always going to be for short extra cover place now. Tendulkar on the offside, it's moved on to 17.
And just a swing. A little risky delivery from McGrath, wide outside, and maybe just a little bit extra pace. And Tendulkar was a fraction late on the shot. Got there, just a fraction late.
A lot of us anticipated something like this, a contest between McGrath and Tendulkar, where Tendulkar would be giving a little less respect to the Australian strike bowler than he did in the test matches. We're just seeing a beginning of that contest.
A volley, 4 runs. Well, that is the hardest hit cover drive for the last 3 weeks. And it was one of those half volleys that you wanted to jump out of the commentary box and face yourself.
Here is the world's best batsman. That's what the banner says, and quite true. He's got Glenn McGrath to adjust his length, pitched it right up, and you couldn't get a more bludgeoning cover drive. Everything right about it. There were also some awesome power behind it. Look at that. Hit with disdain.
Tendulkar's got a couple of balls to get himself through to see this over out. In the air, and a man's at leg gully, but you can't have a man up and bowl leg stump. One of the great risks of one-day cricket when you bring your fine leg up, and if you stray down leg side, there is just easy pickings.
Never mind the break, says Tendulkar. And Glenn McGrath really struggling with the line here. Fine leg up, that is something you don't do to an Indian batsman.
Wide and all well fielded. That is a lovely cut shot. It was short outside off stump. Tendulkar played a blistering cut shot at it, and Steve Ward dived full length to his left to stop it.
Certainly saved 4 runs there. Tendulkar is timing the ball extremely well. Steve Ward is up to the mark.
You don't often get away with those when Tendulkar's batting. Down the ground and 4 runs. Uppishly played. Mid-on is wide. Tendulkar, I think he was probably trying to hit that straight down the ground. Didn't quite get it straight. However, it's another 4. They're getting their money's worth.
Was the slow ball on that occasion, and Tendulkar was quick to latch onto that. Good throw of the bat. Everything shot straight down the ground.
Full toss, whipped away. That's 4. Cannot bowl full tosses. Certainly not on leg stump. This action, Tendulkar. Well, he's having problems with that front line. There's no doubt about that. And that means he's going to have to re-bowl that ball way over the line. He's got to get that back foot of his further back. He's coming down in front of the back line.
Looking for the Yorker, doesn't get it right.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's much better. Testing third man. Nicely fielded down there, Bevan. Oh, and Tendulkar's going to be run out. He's given it away. He's run out. Tendulkar is run out. Bevan gets the ball back. Well, that's an absolute tragedy. The ball came back straight away. Tendulkar probably thought there was 2 there because he set off and he was very late to respond. Let's see what happens here. This is Bevan, who's very, very fast, and what a good bit of fielding that was, and he got it back very quickly. Look at Tendulkar, halfway down the pitch before he looks up. That is ridiculous. Well, he was shaking his head. Don't know what the calls were, but he should have looked up before then.
Oh, magnificent pick up there by Michael Bevan. There was an uneven bounce there.
Oh, and that would have been close as well. They needed a direct hit there. Beware of Australia in the field. We said it at the start of the show. These Australians can turn a one-day match purely by virtue of their ability to hit the stumps directly. We've already in the air and just wide of first slip 4. Well, he was certainly trying to glide it away to third man. I don't think he intended it to go that fine.
Previous Lakshman shouldn't get carried away, shouldn't try and make up for Sachin Tendulkar's loss. Needs to play a long innings. The best way to do is get close to the ball. He's a much better player square of the wicket. Lucky in picking up 4.
Into the gap, that'll be 4. This is a fast outfield. That's lovely timing. That's more like the VVS Laxman we know. Lovely shot through the onside on the up. On the up, fielded. Again, beautiful timing through the offside there, but that time Ponting managed to get a hand on it. Lovely cover drive, and oh yes, it beats the field. You don't have to smash them too hard, do you? It's all about placement, and that was beautifully caressed through the offside. Lovely shot. Laxman really is now beginning to time it. I think he's settling down.
Certainly is blossoming into an excellent batsman, VVS Lakshman. That was a graceful shot. Risset was good, and he needs to carry on. This partnership is going to be very important if India are to get to 260, 270.
Damien Martin just struggling there to get to that one. Oh, it's a full toss. It's hit straight down the ground. It's very, very high. It won't quite make it to the boundary for 6, that is, but it bounces away over the fence for 4. Well, he certainly got underneath that one. It was well pitched up, way over the top of the fieldsman. One of those slower balls which he obviously picked.
The important thing, he went through with the shot. Wasn't 2 minds whether to go through with it or not, but did the important thing by going through with the shot.
Over the top, and that'll go for 4. Well, it's hard to believe, but that's now his highest score in one-day internationals. Previously it was 23. VVS Laxman has arrived. He goes over long off. Very well hit. Up into the crowd.
Well, that shot just shows you the confidence he is in at the moment. It's superb footwork that makes this shot possible. Inside out, once again heading through the line in the direction of the turn. There's no turn though. Lovely follow through, nice still head when he played it. Adam Gilchrist there just checking VVS Lakshman's bat. Probably checking what weight he uses, and he has to use a light bat because he's a wristy player.
Now Dravid's getting in on the act.
So boundary there to end the over. Another good one for India, 15 coming off it.
Oh, magnificent shot. Well, that's an indication of how true this pitch is.
Well, this is simply magnificent. A little bit of width offered. The placement is so good here. You mentioned about how he uses his wrists. Tremendous bat speed at impact there.
4 more. I tell you what, I bet Steve Waugh's glad he's got those injuries and can't bowl on days like today.
Well, he's in sensational form. What a shot to bring up the 100. Slightly overpitched. And VVS Lakshman has smashed his 7th boundary. Slightly overpitched, he's bludgeoned that down the ground.
There's a long off in position, he's getting under it and taken it. Damien Martin at long off, so the change of pace there from Ian Harvey has brought about Laxman's dismissal. Shane Warne to Badani. Oh, he's got him, he's caught him at slip. That's well done, nicely taken. Good bowling by Shane Warne. He's captured the wicket. It was well taken. Good thinking to the end of Badani. That's in the air as well, over the top of mid-off. He was trying to hit it over mid-on. 1 bounce for 4. Well, Sehwag's not going to waste any time. Is this the way he normally plays?
Well, he has this reputation of hitting big shots against spinners. Has a good range also at that. So mid-on, mid-off up, he didn't need a second invitation. Sehwag. So the Indians continue to play shots against the Australian bowling.
Conceded 32. Oh, that's well played. That's a bit loose, a bit short, and this outfield is very fast. It'll go for 4. Well, this Sehwag looks as if he's a bit of a danger. He obviously can hit them nice and hard.
Exactly the word. He could be a danger man, because this is a very good shot that he's played. It's not exactly the orthodox late cut. It was played much squarer. There was a lot of wrist work, and that opening of the face got a great timing. Again, that one. His second boundary, Sehwag, and he's a good player of spin, they tell me. And here's some evidence of that. It's a very good shot.
Yes, notice how he opens the face here. Fantastically played. Oh, and he's got that one away too. He's opened the face up as well there. There's no slip, so it's a no-risk shot really. Well, very minimal risk. I think he meant to get it away in that direction. Let's see if we can pick it up on the replay. Just watch the face of the bat.
Very intentional, maybe not that fine. He was definitely looking to use the pace of the bowler. Definitely. You can see here, trying to play it square of point. In fact, keeps doing it. Sehwag looking for 2, could be close. Made it quite comfortably. Not a great throw as well. 143 for 4.
Yeah, so use the bat handle to good effect. It hurts when you tickle the rib cage, but that's a lovely shot from Sehwag. Pure timing has got him a boundary.
I think there needs to be a couple of changes to the one-day game, because you have 5 men outside the circle.
Top edge. but it sails into the crowd. McGrath can't believe it.
What a shot, and in American football parlance, what hang time. The ball was in the air for a long time, and it really has brought the crowd alive. The partnership now 54 from just 56 balls, and McGrath continues to shake his head. They'll fall out soon, but it just hit the top of the bat and just stayed in the air. High ball, and it floated to six.
Nicely played off his legs on this occasion. Another couple of runs. Lakshman got a start, missed out. 50 for Dravid. It's been a fluent innings from him.
And an excellent piece of running to bring up his half-century, knowing that Michael Bevan has that bad shoulder, so quite happy to take him on. Dravid acknowledging his home crowd.
54.59. He's taken the aerial route and just beats long off. McGrath was the fielder. Now for Harvey. And he's clobbered that down the ground again. He's a hard hitter of the ball, Sehwag. That's the second time in 2 overs he's found the boundary down the ground.
Well, if you're going to bowl a full toss and not acknowledge the mistake and apologise, I'm going to smash you past mid-on next ball with a cross-bat shot. That's exactly what he did.
Sehwag on 49. That's well played. It's a good innings. .210 for 4.
Oh, beautifully timed by Sehwag. Shane Warne can't get there.
Virendra Sehwag does hit the cricket ball very hard, uses a lot of bottom hand. Mark Waugh takes some pace of the ball there, but still it was hard enough for Shane Warne not to cut it out in the deep.
Gone, and that's what Australia needed. Damien Fleming going right through the, well, you wouldn't call it defence because Sehwag was attacking, but that ends a very good century partnership.
Losing another wicket at the wrong time. Magnificent piece of bowling by Fleming. Was a bit of in-swing there. And Virendra Sehwag was certainly disappointed. But he's played well. He's dismissed for 58. It's 222 for 5.
Just a little flick of the wrist, and it's one bounce over the rope.
This is the aggression from the bowler's point of view. And now for the batsman, on his part, shows his aggression. Magnificent shot. Good use of the wrist, generated a fair amount of power. One bounce into the fence.
Oh, and he's missed it. That'll go down to the boundary for 4. Into the fence. So off the inside edge. I think he got a glove on it. It deflected away for 4.
Yes, these are all useful runs from India's point of view. And have just kissed the inside edge. Gilchrist late to come down on it.
Good bowling, actually. That's an off-cutter. He really did pull down on the one side, trying to get it to jag back. It did a little bit, just hit the inside edge, and well, it's got to go down as chance. Tough one, mind you. It would have been a great catch. 4. played. He's beaten the man at 45. That's beautifully played. A lovely little flick to leg by Dyer. Perfect placement. Very, very valuable. That's short. It's in the air and it's running away for 4 as well. Glenn McGrath doesn't dive. Mark Waugh can't believe it. The good work he does in the field. He wanted to dive out of McGrath there. His hands are up on his hips as if to say, what's going on? Straight down the ground. Beautiful shot. All the way for 6. Oh, you beauty. Straight as a die. Straight up the middle stump down the far end. Don't worry about calling for it. Yes, it's a 6.
This is good thinking batting. He's picking his spots nicely here. Big gap between long off and long on, and he smashed it straight down the ground. Good beaty blow there from Dyer.
Short this time, away on the onside. Just a single this time. And that one beats everything. There's some quite innovative shots being attempted now, and why not? Oh, he's hit that one in the air. This will be out. He's got him. That's well caught. Well, that's the end of Dravid. One too many in the air. That time straight to the fieldsman. I think he was probably targeting the gap at mid-wicket. Didn't quite get it right. But that's the end of a very good performance by Dravid.
Yes, the Australians will be delighted with this wicket. It could make the difference between a score of 310 and 330. Dravid was the man well set. And he was looking to chip it away a little wider of the man at long on. Unfortunately for him, straight down the throat. Harvey makes no mistake. And a fine innings from Dravid comes to an end. He's out for 80, 283 for 6.
Ajidagaka. That one's down to third man for 4. Another 4. Beautifully played by Dyer. Well, the new batsman is Harbhajan. That's a bit of a surprise to me. Zahir Khan, a big hitter of the ball, not sent out with only 2 overs to go, but this is a good shot.
Yes, and I think Mark Waugh is surprised here as to how quickly the ball goes away past him.
That's his half century. That's well played. That's a very useful little knock, a little gem of an innings. Dyer has got his half century, 38 balls, 6 4s and a 6.
Yes, he's a good team player, this man, Vijay Daya. Excellent innings from him. Picked his spots nicely, always looking to rotate the strike. He's run hard between the wickets. It's been a busy little innings.
Straight up in there. Oh, this is going to take some catching. Who's underneath it? In she comes. Yes, he's taken it nicely. Ponting comes in there. He's as safe as a house. Came right off the boundary. That went a long way in the air. So Harbhajan Singh, also a team man, throwing caution to the wind, hitting the first ball he faced straight up in the air. That's the end of him. Played towards mid-wicket again. They're coming back for the second. In comes the throw. This will be close. Oh, I think he's got him. I think he's got him. A lot depends on how the dive went.
Yes, I think Vijay Daya might find himself in trouble here. It's a desperate effort to get back into the crease. Now the question to be asked here, when he was diving, was his bat in the air? But the throw is a good one from the deep. Gilchrist very quick to take the bails off and just short of his ground. So the Indian innings is I think he's just short of his ground. You'll soon see the red light being flashed. India have lost their 9th wicket here. Bales clearly.
Slower ball, it's in the air. This will be caught out too. Yes, the Aussies don't drop those. Damien Martin that time calling for it, making his ground. And well, they failed by 2 balls to use up all the overs. However, I suspect that the Indians will be relatively satisfied with that. 315 they've made. There's the catch again. Martin doing well.
Yes, again, not quite middling it. Getting more height than really length. Zair Khan, and no mistake there by Damien Martyn. So the Indian innings coming to an end. 315 all out. That's after they won the toss and decided to bat first.
This time to Damien Fleming. Tendulkar, a sad run out for him. He got away to a beautiful start, 35 from just 26 balls. VVS Laxman and Rahul Dravid continued their test form, Dravid being the top scorer with 80. Then a nice partnership down the middle of the order between Sehwag and Dahia, 58 and 51 respectively. And India made 315 of 49.5 overs, equaling the highest score ever against Australia. For Australia, the bowlers, well, they took some stick today. 4 bowlers going for 58 or more. McGrath, Fleming, Harvey and Warne. And then the 5th bowler, Australia, not opting to use Andrew Simons, and Mark Waugh and Damien Martyn bowled 10 overs for 67 as well. So a tough time for the Australians.
Won the first one-day international. Oh, and he's gone. Mark Waugh giving himself some room and attempting to cut. Might have got an underneath edge, but all that matters is the leg stump is flat on the ground.
Just the start India wanted. He was probably fooled by the length there. He expected the length to be shorter. In the end, it was not as short as he wanted, making room for himself. Had the length been shorter, the bounce would have carried the ball safely off the stumps. That wasn't the case. Mark Waugh gone for 5 and the first wicket for India. 16 for 1 Australia.
That's 4. No chance at all for point. The ball bounced above head high. Great shot. Bounced once and over the rope. Look out, ball boys.
The perfect angle if you're looking to play the sweep, the pull shot, beg your pardon, just from outside the off stump. Just swiveled into a good position. Matthew Hayden saw the length was short, just launched into it. And very steady and gave it everything, Matthew Hayden. Great shot.
Straight down, a beautiful shot from Matty Hayden. Boy, is he in good form. Right off the middle of the bat again. So much depends on him now. This is a big score they're chasing, 315. But some more. In the air and got him! Caught him it off. Beautifully taken. Zair Khan has got himself a wicket. Dravid the catcher. He doesn't drop many, does he? If they go to Dravid, it's almost certain that they'll be caught. So the first time he's really opened up his shoulders. Ricky Ponting has gone.
Ricky Ponting's poor form continues, trying to go over the top, doesn't get the elevation required. In the end, a magnificent catch by Rahul Dravid.
Michael Bevan is the new batsman. Zair lets him have one first ball, whizzes through to the keeper. He's a left-hander. Oh, well played. That's a beautiful shot through the offside. No sweeper back there, and into the boundary for 4. It's just and into the gap and 4. Not quite off the middle of the bat. A little bit of edge in that one, hence the proximity of the shot to the fieldsman at mid-wicket. However, beautifully played. Lovely timing. Just a little bit too short, that one, and once again he plays it in such a way that it just reaches the fence. Tantalising.
That's firmly struck. It'll beat mid-on and find the boundary. Again, very quick to jump.
Most economical of the Aussie bowlers. That's in the air and it's going to land safely. And what's more, it may just bounce away to the boundary. It has. Well, that'll relieve the pressure just a little. They needed a boundary. Oh, he smashed that one through mid-wicket for 4. What a good shot. Blasting it there. He really is a powerhouse. That one's nicely struck down the ground as well, but it'll be cut off. It's well fielded. Driver doing a fantastic job down there. He's already taken one good catch, and that was a good effort. This one bounced high. He jumped up and got it in quickly. Oh, and another mix-up. Oh, he's got that into the gap, and that'll be 4. So that brings up Bevan's half-century. Well, that one really did hold up down there. That looked as if it was going to the boundary for sure. Let's have a look and see what happens here. It must be a fair bit of moisture. Yes, I think just down this area here, it really does stop. And that certainly hasn't happened. That might make a difference this evening as well. So Bevan hasn't got his half-century. He's on 49. Fielded.
Once again, it was short, giving Bevan the opportunity to hammer it through the onside. Ganguly got a lucky break. Bevan thought it was going to the boundary, and he was quite entitled to think that way after what has happened throughout the day. Now he realises that he's got to sprint the second.
Oh, and he's hit it straight to mid-wicket. The catch is taken. Well, that's a big, big wicket for the Indians. Ganguly has bowled a short delivery. He's gone to pull it and hit it straight to mid-wicket.
Bevan saying to himself, why didn't you go right over the top? So Ganguly has got away with bowling short and got the big wicket of Michael Bevan. Bevan hammering that one, but picking out the fieldsman at mid-wicket.
And down he goes, and that's 6. Well, what a shot. Down the pitch against whatever slight turn there is, and it's just heaved it over Wideman on that very low trajectory.
Good use of the field, getting to the pitch of the ball to negate any deviation of the pitch.
Easy single for Waugh. Brilliant shot. That will go all the way to the fence. That has slapped it past the man at cover, and it's gone to the fence. So he's gone to 99.
The previous delivery, Matthew Hayden tried to sweep from the off stump, but Virendra Sehwag this time to make sure that he goes further away from the off stump has provided him with enough width.
I'm sure it's pretty nice to get to 99 with a boundary, because it makes the next scoring shot pretty simple, particularly in this form of the game. What an innings, just 87 balls, and this shot will be the one before he gets his 100.
Well, remember Kolkata, 97, he was out caught in the deep on the onside. This time round, he'll look to be a little more cautious.
There's a huge gap on the leg side. Oh, he's missed a full toss. Well, we can't believe it, Matthew Hayden. So aggressive the ball before to the wrong ball. Then he just tried to steer the leg side full toss for his single. Any other stage of the innings, he would have hit it for 4. A big shout, close, and he's got him! So round the wicket, the off-spinner, the ball seemed to keep a little low. Matthew Hayden trapped in front. He will rue the fact that he missed the full toss on leg stump the previous delivery. And on the verge of his first ever one-day international 100, he's out LBW. But what an innings.
Going neck-neck, could be a close finish. But for that, these two have to carry on.
And did he hit it? Yes, he did. There was a slip in place. He tried to glide it past the right hand of the first slip. And just a little edge from Damien Martyn. And the lack of cricket telling on Damien Martyn. Instead of playing nice and straight, which he does so well, he just tried to get a little cute. And an edge. So another wicket in consecutive overs.
Good piece of bowling, staying very close to Damien Martyn, not giving him enough weight. It was not the best of shots to play. Good catch by Vijay Daya in the end.
Deep ball on strike. And he's got a little bit of bat on that one. It's a long chase. May go all the way to the fence before it does. So a nice little shot from in the air, but man is there and he can't get it. It may in fact go to the fence. It does. So that obscure field placing for mid-on and long off has allowed Gilchrist to hit a boundary.
The mid-on was far too wide in location, so Gilchrist was much safer playing the shot straight down the wicket. He does that to good effect.
Again, he plays that shot extremely well. Now this is the problem he had in the Test series. He tried the shot very early in his innings. Now he's got to look in, and he then can make it count.
Well, that's the problem with sticking the 3 men out on the boundary. You're no guarantee to shut Gilchrist down because he's such a clean hitter.
He's found the gap. Mentioned a little while earlier, that's his strength, the cut and the pull. So he's just pitching it slightly short, and Gilchrist onto it in a flash.
Such a sweet timer of the ball. Doesn't have to hit it far away from the fielders, and it's gone for 4. Once again, the players showing plenty of confidence in the bounce in this pitch.
The finger goes up. That looked a good shout. Steve Waugh was sweeping. What is interesting to see here is the point of impact. He's not happy. Australia have lost an important wicket here. Sehwag has picked up his 3rd.
That delivery from Sehwag, a quicker one, was turning a little bit. It was going to be touch and go, leg stump at best.
Ian Harvey is the new man out there for Australia. He replaces the Australian captain, Steve Waugh.
Balls and runs required. They can narrow that very quickly.
Bolden! That's the delivery he was looking for. The in-swinging Yorker to the left-hander. Gilchrist has missed it. And Zahir Khan has hit the middle stump. That is a big, big wicket.
Yes, that changes the equation. It's his tremendous ability with the old ball, Zahir Khan, to get that swinging Yorker going. That occasion it was a full toss. Gilchrist may have just got a little touch on it, but it doesn't matter. 230 for 7.
Is firmly in their grasp now. They should be careful not to relax too much. Shane Warne on strike.
Good shot. Whips it through the onside field. Will this go to the boundary? It should. Right, a few more like that, and it just could be Shane Warne tonight with the bat. He's got 6 off 6. Oh, he's hit that one in the air, but it's going to beat the fieldsman, and it will get to the boundary. The 4s are coming. Perhaps this match is not over yet. Perhaps these... That's in the air. This will be caught. Oh, well, it's in the air. Yes, he's got him. Ganguly has taken the catch. Well, the legs are falling off Australia now. That's the end of Harvey. Caught by Ganguly off the bowling of Agarkar. He made 17 and the celebrations are beginning.
Ajit Agarkar, the bowler, pitching it right up. The slow ball got Harvey to play an attacking shot. He was looking to play straight down the pitch, the lofted shot, but miscued it completely.
He's bowl him, clean bowl him. Stumps all over the place. Warne trying to smash it away to mid-wicket. It's hit the top of the stumps and the pails have gone flying in all directions. Well, we're getting down to the last rights here now. Shane Warne has been out-bowled. Glenn McGrath is the next man in, and he's number 11.
Second wicket for Srinath, and in identical fashion bowled. Mark Waugh was his first wicket. The batsman was trying to make room for himself to play on the offside. This time Shane Warne making room to play on the leg side, but both times Srinath, the winner, hitting the timber.
Right, well, Glenn McGrath is out there, and Javagal Srinath has just struck, and in so doing has gone past Kapil Dev in terms of wickets taken for India. He's now number 2. There's the delivery. It knocked back the leg stump, and he now is number 2 to Anil Kumble. 254 wickets, and that's the end of Shane Warne. He was trying to hit that one over the stand, I think. But a little glance back to the stumps told him that it hadn't worked out that way.
A bit too quick for Shane Warne. Srinath making a comeback to one-day cricket and achieving a landmark.
Oh, and he's decided to give Glenn McGrath a bit of his own.
No ball signalled by the square leg umpire, Virendra Sharma.
Yes, Glenn McGrath looking down towards square leg there as if he's getting ready for the next one. He's going to hook this one into the crowd. Legs might fly as well. Well bowled right in the block hole, and he's given him out on the move. The umpire's on the move. He's given him out LBW, and Glenn McGrath gives him a huge blast as he goes past him. Well, that's interesting. And the Indians all gathering around now in the centre. How did you see that one, Sanjay?
Well, this is something very unusual for me. The Indians huddle together. It's something I've seen the Australians do, but it's time for the Indians to do that act. But here, I think my immediate reaction was that the ball was missing leg stump, and it was bowled from wide of the crease. Batsman beaten for pace, good Yorker, but that would have carried down the leg side if you ask me. But the umpire thought otherwise. He was trying to take a position for the run out, but just raised his finger in time to give that bad news for Glenn McGrath. So 255 all out. Australia chasing a score of 315. That looked like it would have missed leg stump, but Indians definitely the winners today, and by far. They've continued their winning spree against one of the best sides in the world, and that's great news for Indian cricket. Srinath picking up the last wicket.
Australia chasing 316 for victory, fell 60 short. Matthew Hayden, he fell 1 short. 2 scores of 90 on the tour, and 97 in the test match, and LBW for 99. He doesn't count his score. He had no idea what he was. Maybe just now he'll go back to looking at the scoreboard when he gets around about 85 or 90. Mark Waugh and Ricky Ponting both failing. Michael Bevan played quite well for his 49 off just 56 balls. And there's a bit of a swing down the bottom with Gilchrist getting 27 back into some sort of form. Harvey 17, Warne 13, but Australia really never in the hunt. All out for 255 in just 43 and a half overs. For India, Srinath back into the side, 3 for 49 on a very good batting pitch. Excellent bowling figures. 2 to Zahir.